Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where I am speaking to Automod once again, but this time I've been speaking with the Reeves' daughter-in-law, and let's see if that changes whether or not he'll let me inside.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Hold, Mariner! Did I not say that the Reeve was not to be disturbed?
Our success depends upon our strength. Will
You
you
said
aid us?
You said that Lady Tola sent you to speak with Lady Goda. I will not then deny you entrance. However, be aware that there is a bitter debate between Ingmar, and Goda. I don't recommend interrupting them, unless you have a good reason to do so. If you still wish to enter, let me know, and I will unlock the door. All right, then let's go.
Ingmar, my husband, seeks to persuade his father to allow him to lead a force of men against the orcs who now threaten us, despite Theoden King's ban. I hope his grandmother, Lady Goda, may bring wisdom to the debate.
We'll find out. Can we come to an agreement on this matter? Is there no choice? I do not see how, my son. Theoden King has decreed that we do not attack the orcs. Surely Theoden King's edict did not extend to these orcs. Perhaps we should ask the stranger's advice. I'm sure that it could be eye-opening.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You there, what's your name? Pinesea, you say. Well, you're a stranger here, so perhaps you might provide my father wiser counsel than either myself or my grandmother. I believe that the best defense for Eorth against the coming siege is to attack the orcs directly and subvert the siege before it has begun. Do you not believe that this is wise counsel? You see, my father, even a stranger can see wisdom in this plan. Neither you or grandmother nor I contest the wisdom. Nevertheless, the king's will is clear. Indeed, my son, the Theoden King is not an old dotard. However, though you may not see it, I do not truly disagree with you, Ingmar. We're surely permitted to defend ourselves. Do you agree with that, stranger? Well, you're definitely permitted to defend yourselves.
You have done well.
I don't deny that under ordinary circumstances great glory might be won by attacking the foe, and perhaps the siege might be averted. But we are forbidden to attack the orcs by Theoden King himself. Theoden King. Why would he do that? Under such circumstances, would it not be treason to attack the orcs? Would it not be wiser counsel to fortify the city and prepare for a siege? It cannot be denied that we may defend ourselves against an attack, for then we are not the hunters. What say you? Well, a dilemma to be certain, but not one that is too hard. What do you say is to be true if it were not to worry about the out... Enough! I can think no more of this. We will continue our discussion later. Boy, good, because you're talking so fast, I'm having trouble keeping up with you. Let's see, what did you say? It says, oh yeah, a dilemma to be certain, but not one without a solution. Let us build our defenses here in Eorth. We can hold the city with less loss of life and than an assault against the orcs. Okay. What you say would be true if it were not to have to worry about the outlying farms. What of them? Okay, he's worried about the outlying farms, which I guess makes sense.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I am more at odds with myself than ever. Arguments have been made from both causes, but I'm still uncertain. Can you see no other options? My grandson is headstrong and will not listen to reason. I believe that Tola's fears to be justified. Let us speak of this later. Right. Sir, there's also another matter that I wish to speak of.
You have come far from your home, and in the company of peculiar friends.
You've arrived with an elf, a girl from the tribes of Dunland, and what makes you think that these would travel across the plains of Rohan, or into proud Eorth? No, give me no excuses. I know why you feel that you have the right. My son Horn gave you permission, as if he can speak for my lands. The last I knew, he was banished beyond this riding of Rohan to Stangard on the great river, far away from here. Is the Elden King relented on his command? Or, as I find more likely, has Horn simply flouted the king's command? I will not have it said that Ingbert, Reeve of the Entwarch Vale, lacks the courtesies of hospitality. My steward Leolwolf will prepare a meagre feast for you. Speak to him, while I speak to my son in private. My disapproval is not meant for the ears of strangers. Right. And then after that, I guess we'll get to this other matter here, right? Ah.
I have been too long away from home, but what welcome awaits me now?
Not much based on the words of your father so far. I know the Reeve promised a meagre feast, but this seems like a bounty to me. Eworth is besieged by trouble, as are the other villages that we have visited in the Eastament. But still, its lord and its guests eat well. For now. Thank you for your hospitality, Reeve, Ingbert. The food was delicious. You are very welcome, Corydon. I was not certain that the elves would eat the food of my people. They're not as different from us as we thought, father. None of my companions are. I did not ask for your opinion, Horn. When Theoden King sent you away, he did not send you far enough. Father! It is nothing, Ingith. Do not trouble yourself. No, I would not allow him to be rude to you, my brother. In my own hall I will speak as I wish. To my home he brings a wild woman, a blood foe of our people. Do you desire people? I will give it to you if you... She threatens... Nona, please! Oh, no. Father, listen to me. Nona is my boon companion. She's a mighty warrior, and I think that be enough for now, Horn. Respect your father's wills. The elf is wiser than you, Horn. He knows when to speak and when not to speak. Must each of my sons be so quick of temper? The four of you have traveled far. Did you hear any news of my beloved? They are tired of their journey, my daughter. They surely need to rest. Oh, who is your beloved? Oh, I'm betrothed to Theodred, the Prince of Rohan. When he returns from his duties, we will be married. I think they are ready to retire their beds, Sigurd. We will not speak of this now. A Pincy met with the prince at the Forts of Eisen not long ago. Uh-oh. Oh, what can you tell me of him? Did he look well? Did he look well? Until he was killed in battle, you mean? Oh, boy, how am I going to... Oh. What? Prince Theodred will be back with you soon, he can. Let us speak of other things. Well, that's a dead weight lie. Well, I guess I better respect the walls. Oh, yes, that is enough. We will speak of the prince later. No need for that talk now. Ringberg thumps the table with his fist. There is another matter to which we speak. A very serious matter indeed. What, the whole thing about siege versus other things? You are my son, Horn, but you had a term of service to carry out in Stangard, and you have not completed it. You are here against the will of Theoden King. Father, I do not want to cause trouble for you or the people of Eworth. My song for the king may have been ill-conceived, but there was some truth in it. He has been under influence by Grima, Wormtongue, if only he had the strength to resist. My loyalty is to the king at all times. I will do here what he commands. Leolwolf, the feast is over. See to the removal of this table and chairs. Yes, my lord. Well, interesting. Interesting. We will speak later, Pine-Sea, but I thank you for holding your tongue. I have kept the sad tidings of the fords of Isen from my daughter, at least until now. She is not ready to hear them. Okay. Okay. Note to self. Do not talk about the fords of Isen to Ingith. Ingith. I would like to apologize for my father's words, Pine-Sea. He speaks harshly because the troubles of the Entwash Vale weigh heavily upon him, and he cares so much about the people. He wants to do what is right, but he worries that is not enough. If only the will of the king were not so confused. In other words, so benighted by Grima. Well, I've heard of him for sure, from several sources, and none of them good. It is hard to know what is best for Rohan. Will ye hear me? I am no shield maiden. What would Prince Theodred say if he would hear me talk this way? Well, actually, based on the way things are going, how she believes things are going out, assuming that Theodred was still alive, that means she would be the future queen of Rohan. And the future queen of Rohan should be able to think on matters like this, I would think. I mean, that's just my opinion on the matter. But of course, that's after she becomes the queen of Rohan. Until then, do what the king says. Nona looks at you darkly. Why did I come to this place, Pine-Sea? My journey with you was to be one of vengeance and of victory, and instead I encounter a complicated web of distrust and confusion. That girl does not know that her beloved is dead, and none here will let her know. Is that because they fear that the truth will kill her, that her grief would be too much for her to bear? She should take this sadness and turn it into anger, and wield a sword against the orcs that slew her love. That is what I have done in memory of Wadu, and what I would do to avenge my love, to avenge. But this people and mine are enemies, Pine-Sea. It is wrong to feel this way. You heard the old man. He will never accept that Nona, daughter of Suvaluk, would be anything but a foe. Has my fondness for Horn changed me? Has it made me weaker, more unsuspecting? What can I no longer bring myself to hate the horse lords in the way that they hate my people? I do not want to die in an ambush, Pine-Sea, as my brother did. But I fear that I have been blinded. My heart has done it. I need time to think. Oh boy. As if things going to get more complicated. Well, what do you say, Horn? I think I could use some air, Pine-Sea. Let us walk outside for a short while. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yep, air is fresh at least. Could only barely smell the burn from the earlier attack. So, what did you make of my father, Pine-Sea? That went about as well as I expected. No, it actually went better. That was better than you expected? Yes, our last meeting before I left for Stangard was an icy one. My time away seems to have thawed him somewhat, if only slightly. I hadn't thought to keep Prince Theodred's death from my sister Egith until it became clear to me that father hadn't yet told her, but I think it's best this way. She was very much in love with him, and his loss, well, it would not be an easy thing. Look at this, Pine-Sea. Look at this place. Trust me when I tell you that it was not always like this. What, under attack by orcs? Many of the guards have turned to drink and solace against a great number of raiding orcs. There are not many children left in Aworth, but those that remain are afraid. Everything has changed. When I was young, these buildings seemed so much larger. Now they seem so small. I sang for years of the glory of Rohan. Was any of it true? No, you're right. I'm being unfair. Aworth has suffered greatly at the hands of the orcs, and if it is to regain the glory of Rohan, that is people fight. Yes, my songs are not lies. Rohan was great and will be great again. It's just I've become fond of Nona, and I wanted my family to accept her for the same reasons that I have. And I wanted her to feel less out of place here. I didn't think that she would have as much trouble fitting in here in Aworth, though perhaps I should have known better. Neither of us belong to Rohan, it seems. She and I are both outcasts. Does not seem to bother her the way that it bothers me. Perhaps she can come to accept it? Thanks for the walk, Pine Sea. The fresh air has done me some good. Well, that's good to hear. Thank you for giving me some time to speak with you before you resumed your counsel.
I thank you for your discretion.
Many a maid has cast herself into the torrent of the Entwash when learning of her unrequited love. I'm not yet ready for Ingus to learn of her betrothed's death. I was blinded earlier. You're not the stripling for which I mistook you. My displeasure with Horn does not extend to you. You are welcome to come and go within the Entwash Vale, if you're friends of her people. The Uruks that you seek passed north of Aethworth not long ago, and shortly afterward Eomer, the third Marshal of the Riddermark, rode after them. I'm expecting him back any day now. So they're being chased by some Rohirrics, or by the third Marshal, who apparently doesn't care about the king's order not to attack orcs. Maybe the order was made so that it would be the duty of the third Marshal to take care of them. Yes! Well, if it weren't for Grimmer and Wormtongue in the whole thing, I might even actually believe it. Hello, Corden. It looks like Eomer is attacking them. Hey, Eomer, if I remember correctly, he was described by Boromir when I met him earlier. Yes.
I cannot find Nona. It is as if she just vanished.
Well, she does call herself the Ghost, so I guess that's no huge surprise.
Horn has gone looking for her, but when he last came this way, he had found nothing yet.
Did Nona tell you anything that might give us an idea of where she's gone? Or do you think that she's fallen into trouble of some kind? The men of Rohan do not look kindly upon her people. You should ask the people of Aworth if they have seen her, and I will do the same. I don't know if they will tell me anything, but we cannot let her disappear or go without an investigation. Horn is distraught, as you would expect him to be. He has grown fond of our fiery companion. You do not need elf eyes to see it. Yes, I think she said she needed time to think. The question is, for how long and where, and what we should do about it. Probably continue on our quest until she decides to contact us again, because I'm sure that when Nona wants us to find her, she will find us. Hello there, have you seen any sign of the Dunlending woman that accompanied me here?
I've not seen the Dunlending, but Horn has gone out to the cliffs.
Horn seemed upset about something. I could just imagine. The cliffs. Well, let's just hope he's not has any plans on jumping over into the river. By the way, how swimmable is this river? Might not be very much if people throw it into... Really? That's the river that people throw themselves into when they want to kill themselves? You're joking. Hey, it looks like a good dive. Hello, Horn.
She is gone. She is really gone.
Horn holds Nona's sword in his hands and seems to see nothing but the lonely weapon. I found it here on the stone, Pine Sea. But why? Why would she leave it? You peer out over the edge to the rushing river that cruelly claims so many maidens before their times, and Horn follows your gaze with his eyes. No, Pine Sea, she did not jump into the Entwash. I don't know, maybe she wanted a good swim. I don't believe it. I guess you mean you don't think she's a good swimmer? Okay, she left us for some reason, and she left this sword here so that I would find it. But why leave us? Why leave me? I will take her brother's sword, and I will keep it for her until she returns. She will return, Pine Sea. I will not wield Wadu's blade, but I will hold on to it for Nona. Tell Corydon that Nona has left us, but that she will return. Her path simply does not follow ours for the moment. It won't follow ours? Wow, she has a moment to think. It appears she has decided to take a break from traveling with us.
I think Nona will return in time, but I do not know when.
That's what I thought, Pine Sea. Nona is indeed fine and will return to us when she has resolved a few things in her mind. I know now why she has left, and why she did not bring her brother's sword with her. For love. You have seen the way the people of Rohan look at her, with fear and with distrust. She is not one of them. Despite Horn's banishment to stand guard, he is still much more Rohan than she will ever be. So too has she seen the damage that love can do. What will learning of Prince Theodred's death do to Inguth, his betrothed? Nona grew too fond of Horn, over too quick of a time, to lose him in the battle and death. Perhaps she left to shield herself from grieving even more, getting more attached to him. Perhaps she simply needs time to resolve her feelings. I think that she will return, but I do not know when. We must be kind to Horn in the meantime. He will feel his loss sharply, I think. Yes, I suspect that. Now... Ooh, my goodness gracious is my current... Oh, Way of Smiths! Okay, yes, definitely need an update to my trousers. Regardless of when Nona returns, we're going to have to continue our investigation into the Uruks and find out what happened to them and, of course, what happened to any prisoners that they took. And we're going to find that out in the next episode of River and Sea.